Spurs have many London rivalries, Chelsea and West Ham, but there's nothing like playing Arsenal. How much are you looking forward to your first competitive North London derby?
Yeah, you're right. It's not another game. It's a special game. Special game for us, special game for our fans. So it's going to be a tough match, but no doubts, it's a different game.
Great win on Wednesday, but I know you were disappointed with the goals conceded. Is it just basically it's early days and defence has had to change a lot and just plenty to improve?
A lot of aspects that we have to improve. Set pieces, the way you can see that, especially the momentum of the game. We were in control, so dominant, creating so many chances, and we allowed our opponent to get back in the game. So a lot of improvement has to be made.
I know you don't like to talk about individuals a lot, but positively, Brian Hill, I thought, was fantastic on Wednesday. Is he a contender maybe to start on Sunday?
All the players, Michael. All the players, we have a session. We have a session tomorrow. We have still a session tomorrow to prepare it, and then we're gonna make the decisions. We have Lucas back also, so good news. So let's try to make and prepare well the game, because like I said to you, it's a different game. It's a different game, and must feel it.
The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I know how much you love it there and how much it took your breath away when you first entered it. It's hosting a huge heavyweight clash, boxing on Saturday night. Firstly, how good do you think that is for the club? And will you let the players watch it late Saturday night?
It's a special moment for us. I think it's the first time in our stadium. It's gonna attend 66,000 people. That's huge. If they will see it, if they want it, I will see it if I can.
Thanks, Nuno. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Rebecca Coles from PLP, please.
Afternoon, Nuno.
Hello.
What can we expect from Tottenham in your first North London derby as Premier League manager?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Sorry.
What can we expect from Tottenham in your first North London derby as Premier League manager?
We expect a tough match, and for us, we have to compete. We have to play and compete well, give everything that we can, and play good. Playing good is finding the right balance in our game. Improvements to be made, but a lot of positives that we take from the previous game. So let's keep on going.
There's been a real general sense of growing optimism on Mikel Arteta's side this season. What have you made of them so far?
They are a good team. What we look is now they are a good team, good and talented, quality players in the squad. We expect a tough match. Recent weeks, better results. This is the assessment that we make, and we have to try and get the right info to the players for them to deliver.
And finally, from me, Lucas Moura back in training this morning. Have you got any other injury updates alongside him?
No, that's the difference. Steve is not okay. Sesse also, but the good news that is Lucas joined the group again.
Thank you for today, Nuno. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rebecca. Andrew Rowley from BBC, please.
Nuno,
hello.
Hi there. You've been in football as a player and a manager. What sort of derby experiences have you had before that can get you ready for a North London derby?
I had many situations in derbies, but this is a new one, and it's a tough one, and it's a good one. And it's a special one for our fans. So if it's special for our fans, it's very special for us.
Given how Arsenal started, how you started the season, do you feel that it's important that you keep yourselves above them, because the morale they might get from beating you would sort of turn the tables on how the fans viewed it at the start of the season?
It's all ifs. You are talking about ifs. Before that, that's a match to be played, and this is what we have to focus, Andrew.
Yeah. Harry Kane and Tanguy Ndombele playing well on the midweek on Wednesday. Is it good for you to see Tanguy improving, given what you sort of said earlier in the season about what he needed to do to improve?
We expect every player to improve. I think due to the circumstances that we had, all pre-season, during the season, international break, all these things. I think we are back together again, and there's a lot of space to improvement. And this is what we expect from all our players. They are in different momentums, each one of them. We have to be careful and try to manage well, but we expect all the players to put out all the talent and the quality they have as soon as possible.
Are you aware of Harry Kane's record in derby games? He looks forward to playing his big rivals.
We all look forward to play on Sunday.
Is there a special buzz in training amongst the squad?
Sorry?
Is there a special buzz? Are the players up for it even more than normal because of the opponents that they're playing this weekend?
Yes, like I said to you, it's a special game. It's a different game for us. It's a different game. It's a very important derby, and we have to get ready for it.
And do you know Mikel Arteta well?
Yes. I had the chance, yes.
Okay.
Andy, we'll move on to somebody else now. Thank you. Alistair Gold, please.
Hey there, Nuno.
Hello.
You've got a few players that will have been starting. It'll be their fourth game in 10 days if you pick them. Are you confident enough in the fitness levels you've already built up that they can do that?
Like I said to you, like I said before, each and every one of our players has to be really careful. We have to be really careful now how we decide and all these things, because we have different players on different momentums in terms of preparation. But I believe that in the moment that we must use the games and the matches to increase our levels of fitness, our levels of performance, the technical and tactical aspect of the team. So we still have a session to go. Today was the second day of recovery after the Carabao game, and tomorrow we will look at them and make the decisions.
I know you're not too keen on talking about individuals, but I just wondered what you've made of Oliver Skipp, working with him so far. Others have previously said that they could actually see him being a future Tottenham Hotspur captain. I just wondered if you saw those qualities in him so far.
I like very much Skipp, and you can see it. I think he's since we arrived, I think he was injured. The commitment that he showed even during the recovering of his injury, and he started the preseason working very hard, and he's helping the team, and he's a young boy that is doing well.
Can you see a young leader in him? Could he be that?
No, don't ask me these things, Alistair. Let things go. I think we all of us must be patient with all the players, especially the young ones. Give them time to develop. Oliver is doing a fantastic job, and it's our job. It's our job as coaching staff to develop and improve all the players.
Thank you, Nuno. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ali. Time for two more in this section, so we'll go Jonathan Veal and then Jack Pitbrook, please. Jonathan.
Hi, Nuno. You mentioned that Steven Bergwijn's not fit for Sunday. Do you have a time frame on his injury? How long he's going to be out for?
Not yet. I think I already explained the injury that he has is very painful. So first of all, he has to settle down the pain. He's not totally stopped. He's doing some fitness, upper body, but we have to be careful with this injury. For now, he's not available.
Okay, and Tottenham are one of the clubs interested in being part of the trial for a return to safe standing in the stadiums. I was wondering if I could get your opinion on that trial, and whether you endorse that decision to bring safe standing back. Yeah,
I've been told. I know that our stadium is ready, and it's up to our fans to decide how. But in terms of safety and security, everything is ready and safe. And standing and seeing a match, I like to see the crowd standing up, honestly.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. And finally, in this section, Jack Pitbrook, please.
Hi, Nuno.
Hello.
There's been lots of debate over the years about Harry Kane's best role as a 9 or a 10. On Wednesday, he was more of a number 9 and did really well. Is that how you see his best role for Tottenham now?
I'm more concerned, and what I look more is to try and create the best for the team. And what we want is to create a possibility or a situation that our players work well on the positions that they feel more comfortable. But it's up to the team and what we are looking at is how can we build and improve the team so all our players feel natural to play in the best positions that they can do it.
And do you feel that Harry's getting close to his top level of energy again now?
I think that we are improving. We are improving. We have a lot of problems and situations to improve and get better because of mistakes that we made. But the recent performance in terms of our football is getting much better. So I'm confident that we will go much better. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack. So we'll move on to the embargoed section for 10:30 p.m. tonight. Again, raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. Dave Heitner, please.
Hi, Nuno.
Hello.
Nuno, you talked the other day about how you were a little bit worried about momentum changing in the game and maybe not the team not responding very well to when they concede a goal. I suppose there was a little bit of that on Wednesday at Wolves. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that. And also, the fact is that you did respond by winning the penalty shootout, which is a real sort of show of character, I suppose. Does that give you something to really build on?
The penalties, I think I'll start, but your question makes a lot of sense, and it's real. It's something that is happening to us. The penalty, I think we prepare very well. The boys prepared the day before. They spend a lot of time. We're very careful, and they prepare. We had that moment organized because it could eventually happen. So we try to prevent and prepare it. In terms of what you mentioned, it's real. Even Wednesday, we were in front of the score. But the moment that we concede, we didn't react well. We felt a little bit disorganized. We let the opponent not with real danger, but having the sensation that we were on the back foot. So that's something that we must improve. It happened before, and we were not able to react. Wednesday was better because I think in the second half, in the beginning, we could easily put the game to bed, so that momentum was ours. But it's something that we must improve on, because it can happen in the first minute and you still have a long way in the game to go. So we are working on that aspect, not only the mental aspect of the situation, but how to react as a team.
Can I just ask you, Nuno, just following up from that, because that's a really interesting answer. Is there anything that you can actually do tangibly to make your players mentally better at handling those situations?
First of all, the confidence that we have, that we must have. Second, just use a simple example of boxing. Now he's talking about Saturday, a big occasion on boxing. You cannot spend all the round throwing punches. Sometimes you have to protect yourself. If you get a punch, instead of open your guard, you should close your guard and respect that your opponent also has these moments. So using this simple situation gives us a lot of what we should do. So we are organized, we are stable, we are solid. No matter what happens, we must keep on doing. We are playing good football. We are looking threatening and looking for the goal. You score, you have to go again. Even so, it takes time, but this is the process. Thanks, I don't know if I explained myself well.
No, that's a good answer. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, David. Matt Law, please.
Hi, Nuno.
Hello.
Obviously, Tottenham and Arsenal are two clubs who have been in the top four and eventually want to get back to the top four. But already this season, the gap between the top four, both financially and on the pitch and their squads, looks a big gap. It looks a very difficult hole to fill for other clubs, not just yourselves and Arsenal, but other clubs. And I'm just wondering, How do you go about trying to bridge that? And is it realistic for people to think it can happen in 1 or 2 years? Is it going to be a difficult, long process, this?
I'm sorry, I cannot answer so well because I only think on a daily process. I don't compare us as a club to anyone else. Each and every club has its own decisions, and we make ours, and we are building. And the best way to build and to reach where we want to be is we focus on what we have to do today, tomorrow, and the day after, and so on and so on. And don't use any kind of compare to yourself. You must create your own philosophy and the way you want to be.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Matt. Kieran Gill, please.
Hi, Nuno. I was just wondering, you mentioned set pieces need to improve, and obviously you concede against Chelsea and Wolves set pieces. But how much more difficult is that to work on now with the new limitations that are in place, where players can only do 10 high force headers a week? So how do you get around that to improve on set pieces?
Good question. That's why we have training session without nobody seeing us.
I mean, is it more difficult though? Do you agree with the limitations?
I agree. I'm concerned with the situation of dimension and what adding the ball can cause. It's a big concern for us, but it's part of the game. Honestly, Kieran, I will not lie to you. I don't count how many times our players had the ball.
Okay, thank you.
And maybe I get myself in trouble for this. But football is jumping, heading. It's part of the game.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Kieran. Mike Walters, please.
Nuno, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
After 3 games, only 3 games, Tottenham were top of the Premier League and Arsenal were bottom. It's not impossible that Arsenal could even be above Tottenham after the game on Sunday. How important is it that the supporters don't get caught up in the early season sort of changing places and focus on the long term of where you finish rather than where you are now? Because it's still very early days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very early days, and I always say it from day one, what guides us is not the table, and what guides us is not even concerned or where other teams are in the table. So that's not a problem for us. But Sunday is a different game. Sunday is a different game. It's not only the points, it's not only the performance. It's a different game for us. It's a special game for us. And I think the players are aware, we are aware, our fans are aware. So everything changes. The atmosphere on Sundays is apart from all what's happening.
And just a quick one, if I may, on Harry Kane. As a colleague mentioned earlier on, he's got an excellent record against Arsenal in North London derbies. As a coach is often encouraged by players who have a good record in certain fixtures, like Kane against Arsenal. Does that give you more confidence and belief on the occasion?
My confidence and my belief is based on the quality of the players that we have. It's not too much on what they did before. It's what we want to do in the game. And but our decisions are not made of records that players had against special opponents or different opponents. It's made on what we want for the team on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. And time for one more, so we'll go Rahman Osman, please. Rahman, you there? No, okay, we'll go Tom Roddy as the final one then, sorry.
Hi, Nuno.
Hello, Tom.
I'm going to rather cheesily jump on your boxing analogy that you used to just
please don't.
So just
I don't know too much about boxing, honestly. I just use an example because I think it made sense, but don't go much further than that. I don't care.
No,
So, go ahead.
It was more about you've sort of been unfortunate to have a sort of unsettled attack this season with fitness levels and injuries and that sort of thing. And I just wondered whether the fact Lucas is back, you have it might help to be able to have a bit more of a combination, a settled combination.
What can help, what truly helps is that you have more options. And I think as many options that you have, the more solutions you can provide. We didn't have, not only on the attack, but also on defense, we had some problems. We had to adapt after the international break. What I believe is that having all the squad and all the players available gives you more options in terms of how you want to start, what options do we have to change, eventually creating different plans, because the characteristics of the players is what can change the dynamic of the game. Having Lucas back gives you another option, and a very good option, because Lucas is a very talented player.
Thanks, Nuno.
Thanks, Tom. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much.